Hi again. I'm glad that I can join you to have a making of video. This time again, we are having a great song by a Mexican composer. But before I get there, let me share with you that there is let's say a small change, but still meaningful in the subtitle of the series. It's been already 14. Well, at least I have scheduled 14. As of today, I think we are on the 12th postcard that has been published on YouTube. And it is now time to share with you a little more of the rationale or what is the reason for making these 50 music postcards. It is as I have changed not only the order but a few words. It has to be a celebration of Mexico. It is a celebration of Mexico, and maybe I have not insisted on it enough. Let's bring up what I have shared with you in the past, that this series is not only about it's not only about talking about nice sunny beaches, nice beautiful scenery, but also talking about the music or well just it's not only a selection for celebrating that there are beaches and nice sunny days or rainy days in Vallarta, but it is also about people from other countries willing to travel to Puerto Vallarta to take a vacation or even more to to make it their second home. So it is for everyone who has wished to come to Puerto Vallarta and even decided to make his life here that this series is for. Because coming to Puerto Vallarta is not only coming to Puerto Vallarta, but coming to one beach in one of the countries in Latin America that has a huge history of nice music that is part of our culture. So it is more about sharing this beautiful music. I will make a separate formal presentation on this later on. Not sure when you will watch this. Maybe by the time you watch this video, that presentation or second, now this time very formal presentation of the whole series may have taken place. But that's what I wanted to insist on prior to jumping on to the song that we are sharing today. And as you know, there's been a couple of times that I have insisted on us having trouble with copyright. I'm pretty sure that this will be the same case for this material that I am about to share because what I would like to talk about now is how I learned about this song. And this is one of the very first songs that I learned in that I actually liked, maybe not learned, but that I actually liked. Good number of years ago when when I joined the music shop at the university. Those music lessons were very meaningful to me because I remember I met a good number of musicians or very talented musicians. Me, of course, being the least talented of all of them. And I recall that the music teacher really liked this song as well, and I remember us playing this in front of an audience. I recall doing it horribly. I still feel bad about that's one of the ugliest things that I have ever done, and please believe me that I have made very horrible things, and up today I would still say that I make very horrible things, and that was one of my first ones. So, but now putting that anecdote aside, I would like to talk a little about Fernando de la Mora. We have mentioned him in the past, one of the most beautiful tenor voices in Mexico. He made a huge career singing Mexican music because, as in fact, he comes from popular music. It was later on in his career that he had the chance of singing opera. I have also mentioned that, in fact, there was a good number of people who really didn't like him because they felt that Fernando was sort of a profane in the world of opera. How could a popular singer there to sing Gounod, Puccini, and many other. Werther, I recall him singing Werther as well. So there were many people who were very mad, but truth is that Fernando's voice is unique, is marvelous. And I was just saying that I am pretty sure that there is going to be copyright problems if I leave the song play along. What we will do now is that I will start playing and giving you some comments on his interpretation. Again, with the note that if there is a copyright claim and they ask us to mute the video, maybe I will go back and maybe delete this whole part. So if you're watching it without music, it's because I had to delete it. So, and what I will do also is that I would like to share with you now and put it on the screen the actual score that I used for this purpose. The song is Besos Robados, also known as Cuando Muera la Tarde. And also I wanted to mention that if you notice that right over here there is a dedication. It says a mi querido amigo el eminente barítono Francisco de P. Yáñez. I really don't know this baritone, but it is a dedication from the author Jorge del Moral to his beloved friend, the baritone Francisco de P. Yáñez. So I would assume that this baritone had a great song with an extraordinary musicality, as this song by Jorge del Moral demands. So, no more words, and let's listen for a piece of the actual song by Fernando de la Mora. And we will listen to the first part where he says, un suspiro, una mirada, dos manos que enlazadas están. The audio is of low quality. I am pretty sure that if you look for it in the internet, you will find something much better conditions. But keep in mind that by those days, I used to record with an analog recorder from the AM radio. So for those ears that are now so devoted to digital quality, which I really don't like, by the way, may find it almost impossible to understand, but I still think it is important to listen at least a couple of parts before finding out if YouTube is going to mute this part of the video. So let's go ahead and listen to this splendid tenor voice. We will listen. Yeah, there's this how the tape is not working properly at the beginning, and now it goes.
Un suspiro, una mirada, dos manos que enlazadas están.
And then it goes
Una
for una
pregunta
pregunta enamorada. Los labios solamente amor dirán. Y en una fiebre de loca pasión. Let's go here. Y en una fiebre de loca pasión, un beso ardiente mi boca sintió. Besos robados, besos de amor. Up to here, I believe that it might have detected a violation, but I would like to listen to how. I am pretty sure that even if only a couple of minutes, you would have appreciated the quality, the color of his voice, the warmth, the nice, very nice notes, the harmonics that are so splendid in his voice. So that's how it actually goes. But as I have diminished the volume, so just to make sure that nothing worse will happen with the actual publishing of the video, I wanted to share something with you. Right after having studied this piece more comprehensively, I found that I still like Fernando de la Mora's rendition. His version is just amazingly beautiful. But after having studied it myself, I think I wouldn't like to say that I like it less. What I would like to say is that as of now, I don't feel that comfortable with the arrangements of the song. I'm pretty sure that in the past you recall that we have discussed about the let's say simplicity, but simplicity in good terms. There are several, or the Mexican composers are usually or write their music with such simplicity, but there is a good number of musicians who believe that there is something missing, and just as some people dare to say that Norma is a splendid opera, but Bellini should have used uh, a different orchestration. There's people who think the same. that the music is very beautiful, but it doesn't mean that we should leave it like that, and we should do something to not only maybe to correct it but to enhance it. And that's what doesn't really make me feel so comfortable with the actual final version. Maybe if I didn't know the score, I would still love Fernando de la Mora's better, but now I feel a little uncomfortable that the style of the composer has not been fully followed, and that's something that I can't take out of my head. I have been insisting and thinking of it, and now I would like you to listen. I will keep in silence for the last part of the song because I would like you to listen how he actually raps it, because that's not what is written. I don't know. Now I feel there is too much music, too many instruments, too many things going on in this very beautiful but simple song. So let's go for it and start reading what it is about. If you have already read the description that I left on the actual postcard, I shortly described there what the situation is about. So let's picture in our minds two lovers, one standing close to the other. Then the story goes starting telling us that there is a sigh. They are close together and there is a sigh. Then there is a look, and there are two hands that are holding each other. So just imagine that. One lover in front of the other, a quiet sigh, a look, maybe a shy look, two hands that are tied together. Then a question of love, and after the question of love, my lips will only love speak. But suddenly, because and look at this, it also says più agitato, more agitated. Then everything takes a different dimension and says, and then in this sudden fever of crazy passion, this crazy love, I feverish kiss my lips, my mouth felt, because there was a stolen kiss of love. Then he refers the singer, one of the two persons who are together now, is addressing to the other lover and says to him or to her, kiss me, or yeah, kiss me with a stolen kiss, because the stolen kisses are the ones that taste best. Kiss me, because with that kiss you have left in me the perfume of a nard flower. By the way, I recall that when I was thinking of how to translate it, I know that nardo is a very very nice word for the that flower. Is We all are very aware of what a nardo is, and it is a very beautiful sound. The way it sounds in Spanish is very beautiful. And I am not a native speaker of English, of course, but when I looked for it in English, I said narth or narth flower. I don't think it passes the same emotion and nice rhythm in the song as it does in Spanish. But well, so there is a perfume of an art flower, and a romance of love insists. Please kiss me when the night shall die. Kiss me if you're promising me love. Kiss me because your kisses have made this have made that in my chest the love agitates with a crazy fever. Basically, it goes again there, and as you may have noticed, the lyrics themselves are all beautiful enough. So what it takes now is a very beautiful voice, just as Fernando's. So there are it is very common to find this song in the repertoire of the classical singers. And let's go for let's start it here. Uh, this phrase that's un beso ardiente mi boca sintió, beso robado, beso de amor. And here, if you notice, when you say beso de amor, well, I think that it is more effective if you say beso de amor, bésame. You see, you almost keep it legato. Let the final part of love, amor, you let the final part of love, like suddenly wrapping up that note to immediately follow with Bésame con un beso robado. I personally, I don't like Beso de amor. I feel it looks like a strange, cut. Well, even though as we can read, it is what the author required. You cut and I'm using the wrong word, but you just sing the note as it is written. Beso de amor, and there is no liaison between amor and besame, but I feel it's not effective because at that point I feel that the lover is being carried away. And as he's being carried away, he's singing from before. Y en una fiebre de loca pasión, un beso ardiente mi boca sintió, beso robado, beso de amor, bésame con un beso robado porque son los que saben mejor. Then it goes for Bésame que al besarme has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor. You see how the music and the words themselves carry the emotion there because you're coming from very soft being like being carried away, even though you're carried away by passion, it is still like a very quiet. Porque son los que saben mejor. Then, and it also says crescendo poco a poco, it goes, Bésame, que al besarme has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor. And look at if you look at this, there is this use of words like you coming from minuendo, crescendo, minuendo to make this. And I think that also the singer has to do something very special here because if you play with your voice, you say y un romance de amor. When you go to the minuendo again, you could also, I think, and I feel that it is also acceptable to keep the note a little longer and also wrap it up with afilando. The version I played based on the accompaniment then jumps here to Bésame que tus besos me han hecho que se agite en mi pecho con locura el amor. Bésame que tus besos me han hecho que se agite en mi pecho con locura el amor. By the way, if you notice, the composer has not been very generous with the singer because if for a tenor he could have given a much higher note, and even for a baritone, I think that he would have liked that he could have been more generous and give a higher note, but the author would like to keep it this way to keep the style of his style of writing the song. And there is a phrase that is at least in the version that I have skips this part, but in fact it is a part that I like the most. Bésame cuando muera la tarde. Bésame si me juras amor. Bésame cuando muera la tarde. Bésame si me juras amor. Bésame que tus besos me han hecho, but it in fact goes back to here to bésame que al besar me has dejado un perfume de nardos y un romance de amor. In the repetition, the second time that you go for these phrases, and it happened to me the same case that it has been with some other Mexican songs, that I have to think on whether the first time you sing it you go more quiet, shyer even, and the second chance you go with more power in the voice because now you're being desperate of telling what is actually happening. But you could do it the other way around. Start with more power the first time, then as you see that in the second round you feel more like carried away by love, and being carried away by love means a much quieter song instead of a louder. I think that it is pretty open to the interpretation not only of the singer but also on the side of people who are actually listening to it. But at the end, what I find it is that it is an amazing song. It is absolutely splendid. The the quality, uh, the emotions that this song by Jorge del Moral carries. The second time that he raps it, instead of the agitation in his chest of the love agitating with craziness, it talks about that now those kisses have made that in my chest starts a fire of love. Que brotara en mi pecho un incendio de amor. You see, it is absolutely amazing. So my chest will burn with love. Thanks, of course, to Jorge del Moral for this splendid song. Thank you for taking the time of watching this video completely, and hope to see you some other time. And bye bye.